Let's dive in to the key part of sustainability reporting, understanding the different types of emissions companies need to disclose. First up, Scope 1 emissions. These are direct emissions that come from sources owned or controlled by the company. Think of things like emissions from the company vehicles or on-site fuel consumption. Next, we have Scope 2 emissions. These are the indirect emissions from the energy that a company purchases, like electricity or heating. Even though these emissions are generated off-site, they're still counted towards the company's carbon footprint. Then, finally, we have Scope 3 emissions. These are other indirect emissions that occur because of a company's operations, but which are beyond its direct control. So this can include emissions from the supply chain, business travel, or transportation of goods, for example. Understanding and reporting on all three scopes is crucial for businesses to get a full picture of their environmental impact. So, what can companies do to reduce their emissions, especially when it comes to Scope 2? One of the most effective ways to cut down on Scope 2 emissions is by generating your own renewable energy, like installing solar panels. Here at Spirit Energy, we can help you make that transition. By installing solar, you can significantly reduce your reliance on purchased grid electricity, thereby slashing your Scope 2 emissions. Plus, it's a smart investment that can lead to a real long-term cost savings with a payback period of just 3 to 4 years and IRRs of up to 35%. Circling back to the legal landscape for a moment, you might be wondering why this all matters. Well, the UK government has committed to achieving net zero by 2050 as part of the Paris Agreement. This means that by mid-century, large businesses are expected to be carbon neutral. This is a huge challenge, but it's also an opportunity. Companies that start adapting now, by reducing emissions and improving energy efficiency, will be ahead of the curve and better positioned for the future success. And if they install solar, they can reap the benefits of a grid with more capacity for high-paying export. So what if your business doesn't meet the legal thresholds? Should you still disclose your sustainability information? Absolutely. First off, it shows potential investors and clients that you're serious about your green credentials. We all know that greenwashing is a thing, but by providing detailed and transparent sustainability reports, you position yourself as a trustworthy and reputable company. Publishing this kind of information can also help you map out a clear path to net zero. If your current sustainability efforts aren't as strong as you'd like them to be, take this opportunity to be upfront about it, along with a path to improve. This can actually work in your favour with investors and clients, as you're showing you want to make steps to improve. Another big reason to disclose: it can open up new opportunities. Some suppliers, including many government contracts, require this kind of information. Finally, let's talk about future-proofing. As the 2050 net zero deadline approaches, it's likely that the government will tighten regulations even further. By starting now, you'll be ahead of the game when new rules come into play. Whether you're legally required to or not, the benefits of transparency in this area are clear. And remember, if you're looking to reduce your Scope 2 emissions, installing solar with us at Spirit Energy is a great place to start. If you have any questions or are after more tailored advice, get in touch with myself and the team here at Spirit Energy. Check out some more of our content on all things solar in the UK, such as our Planning Permissions series, which covers the regulations around planning permissions for solar panels in 3 quick 2-minute videos.